Guys, and welcome back to our UFC career mode episode number 2. And obviously last episode we had our first fight and we actually won it, so yeah, pretty good on that spot to say. Obviously it's our first fight. Like I said, I don't know what difficulty we played on, so it just, kind of happens anyway. But anyway, it was on this, and after the fight, I didn't show you this last episode, so I decided to show you this one. Team Dodson or Team Johnson in the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously they're the two team captains, and they're gonna obviously pick me for either team. I mean, there's 14 competitors there, so I mean, I'm getting on at least one team. It's just it'd be embarrassing if I'm on like the last two picks. So I was hoping to go. I was expecting to go maybe mid-table, around maybe 9th, 10th, 11th spot like that. Because to be fair, I didn't fight that well. In the end, I actually, had a ground kind of knockout. I got my competitor to the ground. That's how I won. I didn't obviously, I didn't have a stand-up knockout. And as you see there, we actually do get picked at a 10th spot. So yeah, we get picked for Team Johnson. In the end, Team Dodson was like, yeah, I don't really like you. I don't really like you fighting. But Team Johnson, the guy actually thought was quite good. So I'm quite happy to be on Team Johnson. I expected to be on Team Johnson after getting the feedback back. So yeah, we're on the Team Johnson now, and hoping to obviously win the Ultimate Fighter. But first, so obviously we went into here, and these are our two fighters. Guy is obviously Clinton Matthews, and the other one is Brandon Hendricks. And I decided to go for obviously Clinton Matthews. He is 2 rating higher, but I mean, I won my last fight to do with the ground game, and the Brandon Hendricks guy, his stand-up was shit, but his ground game was sick. Now with the other guy, Brandon Hendricks, that I decided to fight, his stand-up game was quite good, but his ground game was shit. So I decided to go for him, obviously, because his ground game was the worst, and I obviously won my fight on the ground game last episode. But maybe fights to come, I will obviously maybe choose different, because I need to learn both kind of games, stand up and ground, because there's no point in just KOing people on the ground, because they might not let you on the ground, and in the end people might be like good overall. But anyway, our fight's up next. We did quite good in this drill. Get into the game and hopefully get another win. Let's go. Obviously, he's 6 years older than me. His height's 163 centimeters, so he's quite a bit smaller than me. And also, he weighs less, and his reach is, not as kind of far as mine. So, it'll be an interesting fight. Obviously, kind of use my height to my advantage. And I mean, I'm so much taller than him. It's so weird. I think I made myself as tall as I am in real life. I think it's 180 centimeters is 5'10", and that's why I say I'm in real life. But that guy, he just seems like a midget. He seems so small. But anyway, we'll see up against him. We was in the blue shorts. He was in the orange, and kind of straight away, I decided to take him back to the ground, because I thought, right, if we can get a win, we can get on the ground. Because like I said, his stand-up game, and I can't remember the other overall. There's 3 things: there's stand-up, ground and something else. But as you see, I'm trying my best to obviously get as many punches as I want and as I can. Obviously the advanced punches as well, which turns it into elbows. And, I was just trying to obviously get a KO on him on the ground. I still haven't learned how to submission yet. So, obviously with episodes to come, you'll probably see me, learn that and, kind of use it. So, yeah, I mean, we was obviously on the ground basically all match so far. I was just, trying to get a KO because, like I said, I didn't really want to, to kind of take him to the floor because, he does have better stats than me kind of on the floor. So, I wanted to wrestle where I was good and where he was crap, and obviously that was on the ground. But, he was doing quite well. He was defending a lot of, he was defending a lot of my punches. It was, kind of not letting me get in a lot of punches. He was tackling me, and a lot of the time we were reversing. And as you see there, he reversed this one and tried to get a submission, but as you see, obviously I pulled off as soon as I can. And to be fair, I'm quite glad with how the game goes in the Ultimate Fighter because it's only 2 halves, it's 5-minute lengths, so it's not like you're fighting for long like in the real UFC. Because I think obviously when we get to the real UFC kind of stage, obviously the stamina will obviously go up, and so you'll be able to last longer because you're putting about 3 punches and you're knackered already. So hopefully the stamina will improve a lot. And as you see, we have like a minute and a half left in the game. We're back onto the floor from about 3 minutes and a half on it, and I see I was doing quite well on the floor, to be fair. I don't think he was doing that good, getting that many punches into me. I thought I was defending quite well, dodging quite well. I was using my kicks because obviously my specific thing is a kickboxer. I was aiming for his legs quite a lot because I was thinking if you weaken his legs, get him on the floor, he won't be able to do a lot. But, we're catching me with a few, hooks there and there. But, overall, I think I would have given the first round to me, really. I thought I performed a lot better than him. Obviously, height advantage, I think, came into that because, my kicks aren't that good at this stage. And, they kind of maybe go into the chest, maybe the midriff of the body against people kind of my height. And, as you see, they're actually going to his head because of his height. So, it's good, really. But, as you see there, we took him back onto the floor with a few seconds remaining. But, unlucky. I think if there was about maybe 20 seconds left, I maybe would have got the first round knockout just about. But, as you see, we go into the second round. We go and touch gloves and we start this. And, I just wanted to get him on the floor again because I thought, right, but I'm not, lasting 5 minutes again and get into, a split decision because, it can go either way. Don't get me wrong, I thought I obviously won the first round, but if he can, get a few more punches in and maybe, make me a bit unsteady, he will, he might even go to him. So I got him on the floor again, give him a few elbows, and as you see there, he's not defending himself really. And in the end, referee calls it off. We win finally. I think the whole match, lasted about 6 minutes, so a lot longer than the other one. And I see there, another ground kind of, knockout. And the guy, didn't really stand a chance really. I thought I kind of dominated him, mostly, to be fair. And let's see, he's bleeding out. He didn't really do a lot of damage to me, really. I thought this fight was quite well to say it was my first one. He's a few ratings higher. I think he's about 4 or 5 ratings higher, which is quite good, really. But, I'm quite happy with, obviously, who I picked in the end of my competitor. And as you see there, he's battered me with my bruises, though not really anything on. So, as you see there, we do win the game. We do get our first win in the Ultimate Fighter. Now, obviously, our coach, our Captain Johnson, will probably be happy. I'll be happy he picked me. So, obviously, we go into the next round. And as you see here on the tournament tree, this is how the rounds will end up. Obviously, I don't think you get matched up against the people you're near on the tournament tree. I just think, it kind of happens randomly, kind of, like the FA Cup, you pick them out of a ball or a hat or something. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!